We're going from Red Rock Desert to tropical paradise without getting on a plane. And we want you to join us today on At Your Leisure. I'm Maria Rossi Boot.
And I'm Chad Booth. Follow us as we discover 5 hidden secrets about the San Rafael Swell.
Then join me, Zach Cipriano, as I zip line through the rainiest the rainforest can possibly get on the big island of Hawaii for a zip line and high-flying adventure.
Finally, what's a Phragmite? Reese Stein will tell us.
On the outdoors, right now, with At Your Leisure.
It's easy to get into a mode where you think you've seen it all. You pass through an area even a couple times and you get the sense there's nothing else there for you. Sometimes I feel that about the San Rafael Swell. Chad and I have explored this area on numerous occasions, and I forget how massive it really is. Today we're being reminded that there's always more to see if you take the time to look.
It's like you go places and you drive down things and you think there's nothing out there. Then you hook up with the right local and he says, oh, there are all kinds of things out there that are historical.
Right.
Like this, the Zion Copper Mine. We are out with a bunch of our friends. We got a phone call and said, hey, we're going to go ride in the swell. And we said, great, we'll grab our Jeep and be with you. And then when we got here, we realized that it wasn't a Jeep trip.
Yeah.
It was an ATV trip. So fortunately, anywhere you go in Utah, you can always find a good ride. And we went to the San Rafael ATV rentals. A great guy down there, young kid that's ranching and selling real estate and running this ATV company.
His name is Ethan.
Ethan set us up, and we came out here, and we're enjoying this ride with our friends today. So you see, you're never without an ATV for a good trip.
Oh, for sure. Rentals galore. Right now we're like on Satan's racetrack, or, oh no, Devil's racetrack.
Well, we're just a block away from Devil's Racetrack.
Oh, we haven't gotten there yet?
No, you'll know because
Okay.
you'll be scared.
We're not there yet.
She'll be saying her famous line, what is it, everybody?
I'm getting
out. I'm getting out.
Okay.
Anyway, we are going to take off down to Devil's Racetrack, but we also are going to discover 5 things that you didn't know about the swell if you weren't looking.
My name is Paul Conover. I live in Farron, Utah, and today we're on the San Rafael Swell, enjoying the great outdoors. We are now on the Devil's Racetrack, which is one of the trails that runs from North Coal Wash south to the freeway, which is a little bit south of us. Some of the things we want to highlight for people to understand out here is there's a interesting pass called Fix-It Pass. And it is a pass that has quite a bit of erosion problems, and when people get done riding that pass, they think, well, we need to go back and fix it. In the truth, Mother Nature fixes it the way she wants with the erosion and such, so Fix-It Pass is a challenge. Also today we've been to ZCMI Mine, which is in North Coal Wash, and there's the remains of an old copper mine digging there and a little cabin.
So at one point there was a doorpost right here, and then this was all cleared out. There was a natural overhang. They probably ran timbers and some straw of some sort across the top.
Well, the area was starting to be used out here before the pioneers came over as a group, and they came about 1878 and 9 and 80. So some of this could have been as early as that, or it might have been after. We will also be visiting today Swayze's cabin. So it's right at the top of Eagle Canyon, and this old cabin up here has been restored, remodeled, or anyway fixed up somewhat, but it's still in pretty good shape. We're also going to be going down Eagle Canyon, and when we're in Eagle Canyon we can go under the big freeway bridges that cross above us. Another really important feature here is Slipper Arch, and it's shaped like a great big overgrown old-fashioned house slipper where your toes would stick out one end and there was no heel in the slippers. You could just slip them on and go, kick them off and be done. We visited with quite a few different people today. Some people from Arizona, some people from various parts of Utah. We've helped each other in bad spots. We've done mechanic work. Good things about riding is the people you meet.
You know, Rita, it's always amazed me how some guy came out here on horseback probably 100 years ago and said, I got to get from there over that ravine to here. How did he figure out where to put the road?
I think he had GPS. No, I really don't think that.
No.
No, it's true. How did he know which route to take?
How did they figure it out in advance before they actually started pick and shovel to build the thing?
I don't know. We should have a seance and bring him back and ask him.
Maybe they just turned the cow loose and followed the cow.
That makes more sense.
Okay, well, right now, it's time for us to go to our travel adventure.
Hey, At Your Leisure fans, I'm sure you can tell by my shirt that I am in sunny Hawaii. Look at that. Oh man, we got some awesome adventures planned for you. Ain't nothing gonna rain on our parade. Except for maybe the rain. The Big Island of Hawaii is home to 10 of the 12 classified climate zones. So don't be surprised if on your vacation you go from beautiful sunny skies to pouring rain in the span of a car ride. But a little wet wasn't gonna stop us from our first adventure, flying through the trees with Kohala Zipline.
Here at Kohala Zipline, we're located on the northern end of the Big Island of Hawaii. It's the oldest part of the island, in my opinion, the best. It's green, lush, forests, rivers, mountains, valleys. It's probably my favorite place on earth.
Here we have 9 zip lines, 5 sky bridges, and 1 rappel. So it's pretty cool. Our bridges break up the course a little bit. You get to walk across, take some time to really enjoy the view. We also have a nice snack break where we can take some time to enjoy the view from the ground and appreciate the nature, the birds, the mongoose. You know, there's a lot to see, but there's a lot that you can't see. There's a lot of spaces that, you know, it's a little harder to get to. So here at Kohala Zipline, we get to take you to an area that no one else gets to explore. Halawa Gulch is really special to us here in Kohala. It's really cool to be able to be seeing everything from a different perspective, from up higher.
My favorite animal is this Hawaiian hawk, you know, and it's, when I'm up there in the trees flying around, I almost feel like I am the Hawaiian hawk. You know, it's a beautiful place to be.
You nervous about this?
No.
You look nervous.
Yes.
While we were getting geared up here today, our guides told us that the Big Island here is actually big enough to fit all of the other islands of Hawaii together like twice. And then you finally fill up the island. And that's why it's called the Big Island. Curtis and Brenna were full of more trivia, facts, and history of this treasured island that they shared with us on the ride up and all through the trees. The knowledge and love they have for the landscape would make the tour worth it alone. But that's not to say we weren't totally pumped to get on the lines.
I'd say, you know, at least 50% of people are scared, actively scared, and it's really nice to actually see these people face up to their fears, step up to the platform, take that last deep breath, and just lift their feet up and go. That's probably one of the highlights of the job.
We're conquering fears here at Kohala Zipline, right? We take time to coach everybody through it. So, you know, usually if someone's feeling a little weary, we take the extra time, talk through it with you, you know. We have the opportunity to exit the course if we need to. And if you don't like it, we're not going to force you to do it, but we're pretty sure you're going to want to come along.
So here we are at our snack break. This is called the strawberry guava. Brenna just picked it off the tree for us. I'm going to try it. Whoa, that was good. We don't have that in Utah. Water continued to beat down on us in torrents as we flew through the trees. Whilst on our high-flying adventure, we did learn something about saying ahem, the R word.
The more you say it, the more it happens.
We don't use the R word. What word do we use, everyone? Whoa. Yeah.
Ua is the Hawaiian word for rain. Some people, when they hear the word rain, they instantly have this negative connotation of cold, wet, miserable. I am a little cold and wet right now, but I'm definitely not miserable. Ua, here in Hawaii, it's a blessing. It's something that is bestowed upon you, a gift from the gods themselves. You know, I think it makes for a pretty good ziplining experience being able to do it in the ua. And yeah, I mean, the fastest you'll ever swim in your life.
Were we expecting to be soaked to the bone the second we landed in Hawaii? Probably not. But like Curtis said, ua is a blessing. There were nothing but smiles as we drove down the mountain swapping zip stories. It just goes to show you, no matter what happens, when you have your ohana in tow, any adventure can turn out to be a blessing. Mahalo nui loa to Kohala Zip Lines for showing us that. Now stay tuned, because in the coming months, I'll have more of this beautiful island to show off. From ATVing on Jimmy Stewart's old ranch to scuba diving with a shark. More at your leisure right after the break.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
2,000 fence posts, 900 acres, 48 bales, all before lunch, which we caught last Saturday. We earn our scars. We wear our work ethic. We work until the work's done. And when it is, a few hours of shut-eye to rest up for tomorrow, the day will finally get something done.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Corinne Smart. So when we go out on a trip, we're always worried about our truck and our machine, but we don't really worry about our trailer. So I'm here at Tunex in Cottonwood Heights with Scotty. Hey!
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. So tell me, what do we need to be knowing about our trailer before we head out on the road this summer?
Safety and the ability to get there reliably, that's the key with trailer towing. The tires, the brake, the braking system, and any other electrical items that may be on board. It's like taming the shrew. Okay. Trailering tires are special tires. They're intended to carry a load. We always want to refer to the pressure specifications that are on the side of the tire. In this case, its recommended tire pressure is 80 pounds of pressure. Because of the weight that I carry in this trailer, I want to maximize that pressure in order for these tires to handle it properly. This avoids blowouts on the road. 60. We could use a little bit more. Let's put them up to 80. Low tire pressure is what leads to tire failure.
With the tire tread, sometimes they do like the coin test. Do you ever recommend doing that?
Yes, that's a wonderful test to do, you bet. You need to at least come to his nose.
Okay.
So in this case, I am right there. The other part of the trailer operation is going to be the trailer brakes. Let's pull a wheel. Is that okay?
Put me on the payroll, buddy.
You're good at that. Keep going.
Okay.
This now is our hub. An electric braking system has an electromagnet. That's this part right here. When you apply the brake and it applies voltage to this, then this contacts the drum and is actually drawn forward from the rotation. This is the braking material here. When this wears away, it's no longer good. We recommend after about 20,000 miles of driving, it should have not only the brakes inspected, but the wheel bearings packed as well.
So if this brake hub doesn't come off, that means that you have let your brakes go too far and you need to get a replacement.
This is one of the bearings themselves. Let me demonstrate to you an old school way of packing grease into a wheel bearing. You go right for it there, girl. So you just kind of grab on a little bit of an edge. What I do is I make that edge and I just kind of go for the edge of it.
So you can obviously do this yourself, but sometimes you're gonna want a little bit of help.
Yes.
So we can come to Two Necks here in Cottonwood Heights, and Scott or his team will be able to help us out with our trailers this summer.
That's exactly right. Two Necks in Cottonwood Heights, South Jordan, and West Valley.
Okay, well, don't go anywhere. At Your Leisure, we'll be back in just a minute.
Meet the new leader in off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
And we will see you next week on the County Seat.
Introducing the entirely new 2018 Goldwing and Goldwing Tour. Completely redesigned from the road up. There's a whole new frame, a brand spanking new 24-valve Unicam Flat 6, electronically controlled suspension preload, and an entirely new front suspension. Both come with a 6-speed manual transmission, or, and this is a first, a 7-speed automatic dual clutch transmission. But enough talk. Because the bottom line is, if you don't ride one, you'll never understand what it's about.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We've talked about the 5 secret places. Here's one of them that you've got to find right there. That is Eagle Arch. Look at the sunlight. This is the perfect time of day to be here.
All in its splendor.
I didn't even know that was in the back.
Isn't it gorgeous?
See, isn't that something?
And we have to thank Scott for dragging us over here because everybody goes right by it.
How did I not notice that when we first got here?
I don't know.
Exactly.
We have also learned a great deal about each other. We started, I invited a couple of my friends. We invited Paul to come along. These other people we've all kind of met, except you. We knew you.
Yeah, this guy.
And we've made we've made great friends through the day. We all have just had a blast.
And we broke down a bunch too.
And now this is a chance for you to learn about our new friends.
We bring some kids that we found on the side of the road.
I'd have to say this ride is just a perfect ride to ride with the family because at this ride it kind of has some parts that are like bumpy and some parts that are flat. So yeah, it's a very nice experience. It's like right now we are by an arch in the background right in front of me, but the camera's in front of me, so I don't know if you can see it, but San Rafael is amazing. It's like we can, oh man, the experience. Oh man.
The San Rafael Swell, I think, is one of the funner family trips. It's a well-respected area that, you know, the trails are not abused like a lot of places are and a lot of people around. It really makes for an enjoyable trip. We quite often meet friends and exchange phone numbers and ride trails with them again.
So as you come down here and you meet different people, they become your friends and you go do other rides like this in other places, or you go to other states and do rides, and you become part of a bigger family of people that do things of your same interest.
We enjoy talking to the people down here and visiting with them, and I talk to a lot of people when we're not going fast.
Well, you kind of learn the habits, how far they'll travel to hit the toilet, or food, how their food preparation goes. or they're just machine preparation, just different little things you pick up on. It's fun. You know, you think you know somebody until you go on a trip with them.
Fun fact, because right now we are eating lunch. I actually found out that lizards do push-ups here.
Well, I learned something that there's the 5:30 riders. They ride for 5 minutes and talk for 30.
Stick goes in to the tire, makes hole. Gummy bears goes in and plugs it.
And yeah, San Rafael, I'd have to say, is a great place to go. And plus, if you have these things.
So this is the cool thing, actually, is coming out with your family, your friends, and just being out in this beautiful swell and enjoying the outdoors and these awesome machines and just Utah. It's beautiful. So right now, let's go to our trailhead, brought to you every single week by Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Woo!
So how did Rich Hansen feel when given the task of controlling Phragmites? But this challenge seems overwhelming, even for the most optimistic refuge manager. And look at how thick these stands are. They're virtually impenetrable. Nothing else can grow here. The war on Phragmites includes herbicide spraying in the fall when the plants are young. Then this time of year, they bring in the big guns. A tractor fitted with tracks over its wheels pulls a heavy metal roller with hefty blades. Todd Lloyd drives the tractor.
The goal is to trample down this Phragmites that has been sprayed and is dead, and it punches it into the mud and water, which speeds up the decomposition process, where it'll break down into organic matter and allow native plants to grow back.
Not everything hates Phragmites.
Cows love Phragmites, believe it or not.
So Hansen has area ranchers bringing their livestock in to feast on this high-protein plant.
They open up huge areas, thousands of acres.
Between the roller, the spraying, and the cows, they're getting a handle on the infestation. Across the state, the Division of Wildlife has successfully treated some 12,000 acres of Phragmites. The goal is to turn this into this. Feast-Time at your leisure, buried in a forest of Phragmites at Ogden Bay.
How much do you think it would cost to spend a few days at a golf resort with your accommodations on the fairway and a lake to your back? $200 or $300 a night? How about $25 or $30? Ray City RV can make that dream come true because Utah has several state parks with golf courses attached. Ray City RV has the RV that's right for you. Find out how you can enjoy the passion of your dreams in the outdoors with a new RV from Ray City RV, Utah's low price leader since 1946.
have a message. You have a brand. You have something worth experiencing. What you don't have is an audience. It's time to change that. It's time to partner up with the #1 outdoor program in the country and show the world what you have to offer. Advertising on At Your Leisure is effective and affordable, giving you an audience that dwarfs anything else out there. Backed by a proven force of outdoor adventure. Contact the AYL team at 801-947-8888. It's time your message was heard.
Hi, my name is Spencer Cox. I'm the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Utah, and I'm the new spokesperson for Ride On. Ride On is a unique partnership between all the land managing agencies in the state of Utah to maintain trails, to advocate safety, to advocate wise stewardship amongst all of us who use these trails. And I'm doing it because trails matter to me. This is important for my children. I want them to be safe, and I want them to be stewards of the trail. If you would like more information, go to ohv.utah.gov.
You know, Rhea, not all the history in here is old history.
Yeah.
Some of it's newer history, like these bridges here. These are the Eagle Bridges across I-70. Now, you and I have driven across those several times. Did you know that was crossing that big of an arch?
I had no idea.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. It is just beautiful country.
And listen, you can hear the cars driving over it. We have had a great day today, and we have learned a lot. But it comes time in a show where we have to wrap things up, and we have a lot of business that we have to conduct. Some of that business has to do with things to look at on our upcoming shows and our calendar of events.
Right.
So, listen closely. Here's what's coming up on the show.
Well, next week we're visiting Zion National Park and finding out how a partnership with American Express is actually keeping entrance fees down for park entrance. I'm really interested to see how that shapes up. Now, we also want to give you guys a heads up about the Paiute ATV Jamboree going on August 9th, hey, that's my birthday, through the 12th in Marysvale. It's still a couple months out, but if you want to join us for this event, you're going to have to register now at utvjam.com. Now here's our AYL sticker winner, and Chad found it today out on the trail.
Nobody knows I'm doing this, but come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. That was one of the AYL stickers we handed out this morning, and it's still on this machine. Scott Lundskog is our winner for this week. Congratulations to our sticker winner.
Yeah, just call us at 801-947-8888, and we will send that prize out to you.
Okay, now, a big thanks before we go. We could not have made this trip possible without stopping by San Rafael ATV Rentals. They provided us the 4-seat RZR. It was a 900, and man, we put it through its paces, and it held up all the way. Of all the breakdowns, we were not one of them. So Ethan, your machine's all right. It's coming back in one piece.
It was fantastic.
Anyway, he's a great guy. He accommodated us. We picked it up late at night after hours. He was perfect.
Yeah, it's out in Castledale, so give him a call.
All right. Now, it's time for us to say goodbye. We got to get back. The moths are coming out, and the sun is going down.
That's right. It's time for us to head out.
So remember, there's adventure around every bend.
Just got to get out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure. Come on, it's headlight time. Just didn't work too well.
Oh, whoops. Okay. All right, let's do it again.
There we go, blooper.
No, it's not haunted. This is the rest of our group.
This is like one dirty ride is what this is.
No.